We are live.
Hey everyone, this is Luck, powering on. How goes it?
Adjust you guys' volume because I saw you guys peaked it a lot while we were in our preamble. Uh,
Oops, sorry.
we're doing a bit of a Pokemon challenge on the side here. I probably won't stream the final result, but I might have wished I did because I think it'll be really funny. Hey, the power of luck! Thanks so much for the sub. Thanks for the sub.
Hello. If everyone
We
is cool with it, I might stream it.
so anyway, we watched Hellboy,
I don't,
obviously.
I don't see the stream on YouTube. Oh, there it is. Now it's there. It's
We
just delayed.
we watched Hellboy, obviously.
Of course, directed by some Italian dude.
Directed by Benicio del Toro, obviously.
Directed by the Luigi.
Yeah. No. We watched Blade 2, directed by Guillermo del Toro. A movie that I did not realize he directed, but the second I started watching, I've seen like a lot of his films, not all of them, but a lot of them. This reminded me a lot of Hellboy, if Hellboy was like 60% worse.
I have not seen Hellboy, but I can say that with confidence. This is Hellboy, but worse.
I might literally force you guys to watch Hellboy once we're done here today. I didn't want it to muddy the waters, so I didn't make it mandatory. Otherwise, I would have put it in the homework. I'm tempted to either do that or make you guys watch Astro Boy because I'm probably going to do an Astro Boy video soon, and I just want to rewatch that movie like 10 times before I write the script, I think.
I'm like the
I'm
least. I'm like the least expert movie person here.
Well, maybe Hellboy's a good idea then, because Hellboy's really good. Anyway, this movie wasn't. This movie was not. It wasn't like no. I know it was kind of bad. It was. I was gonna say it wasn't bad. I think it was.
Hold on.
I think we said it was
let's
mid.
start off with some of the positives.
Okay.
All right. It had a good director.
Had a good director. I feel like
It
right
had
off the
better
bat you
CGI.
can see that better director. You can like really see it with the way the effects were done. You have more practical effects here. It's really
Yeah, I
cool.
was going to say it had better effects than the first one, both
Yeah.
CGI and practical.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, what else was good?
Was that
Blade Aura formed. That's a
Blade?
positive for some people out there.
Yeah, Blade did.
I
do a
mean,
lot of work on it.
the action scenes themselves weren't terrible.
I'll say they were better sometimes.
Yeah,
But that kind of falls under good direction.
Yeah. You can feel Del Toro's influence in that he is in the way that the scenes are shot and the way that they're lit and how a lot of the action scenes just feel like
The flow.
Yeah, there's a certain flow to them that just makes them a little easier to follow. He puts in a little there's a like more characters in this one that you care about is a strong word.
In theory.
But they do have their own funny little gimmicks. And you do generally well, I feel like you go into the movie just knowing that Blade is like functionally immortal, like nothing can really happen to him. Right? Like especially since there's 3 of them, we have hindsight. But even without that, like his aura farming ass is not losing to any of these guys. But like, you put
It's
in
like
some
the same feeling you get when seeing a Spider-Man movie. It's just like, all right, he's gonna get roughed up sometimes, but like they ain't gonna kill off Spider-Man.
Not gonna die. Unless you're a Peter Parker in a Miles Morales movie, but that's a different story. then all bets are off. Unless you're one of them spares.
Okay, you know what you're talking about.
Unless you're one of them spares.
A spare Peter.
Spare Peter. You peeked the mic there. No, he like the movie looks better. It looks more expensive. There's like just a bit more to it. But also there were times in which
2 heartbeats.
Yeah, it had a pulse. They were like one of the big things that this movie does early on. So in the last movie, right? Let's talk about the plot a little bit. As much of it as there is.
There's a plot?
There's actually more of a plot.
Of what plot?
Actually more of a plot.
The aura farming plot.
I will admit that is a bit disingenuous. There was a much more hefty plot this time.
Yeah, there's like twists in this one.
Hefty and relative to the first one, I should note.
Yeah. One of the first little twists is that Whistler, who is presumed to have died in the last movie, is alive. How he's alive,
Aura forming.
they literally never explain it.
They didn't. It was so ambiguous.
I kept on waiting for them to explain it. They never do.
That or we talked over it, but I genuinely don't think they did because they kind of did the cutscene of his death in the first one, and
But
then
they
it's just
didn't
like,
explain how. They didn't explain like how
yeah,
he's
it was kind
alive
of
because it looked
yeah.
implied he shot himself.
For a little while, you
The
assume
way
he's a
it was done was
vampire,
like
and then that seems to not
there
be the
was the
case.
yeah, it was like, oh yeah, here's the flashback. Then we start talking about how you wound up bouncing across the world
Yeah.
because the vampires had him.
But the actual function in the plot of why they do that is because they wanted Del Toro wanted to give Blade some kind of emotional core, and he probably felt like without his father figure that there was just nothing, like there was no reason to root for the character, or without giving him something, which was a good move, even though it just like makes no sense in context. They never even try to make it make sense. I feel like there was a deleted scene somewhere that explained it that they just cut for some reason.
Would not doubt it.
This felt in general like, you know, you see a lot of Del Toro's vision, and then you can also just kind of feel when the studio is coming in being like, no, it has to be more like the other movie. No, we have to do it like this. No, we have to do it like this. Because there are some things in it that are like some shots and some characters that look like Del Toro characters, and others that just absolutely do not. And it really clashes sometimes if you know what you're looking for. Like there's one scene in
I
particular where it's like one of like Blade's major confrontations with one of the bad guys is like in a church, right? This like old like graffitied church, like all these scaffolding, the
yeah.
windows hanging around. That's a Del Toro ass location. That looks like it was right out of like Hellboy or Frankenstein or something. But like like Blade's look, the look of a lot of the characters with the leather, that doesn't seem like his kind of joint. That seems like a little like that does not look like his aesthetic. That looks like someone told him he
Mhm.
had to make it look more like the last movie.
If anything, they might have said, "Oh, hey, to make it look more like Matrix."
Mm-hmm.
Still, kind of was riding high on that era.
Oh, absolutely. Um,
Yeah,
I like the
a
Matrix
lot of
though.
the. Uh,
I like the Matrix too.
Matrix is good. We stand the
yeah,
Wachowskis here.
yeah. It's kind of interesting of how the Matrix kind of just was that influential, where we could see the ripples across genre.
The Matrix is very
Because
influential. Very few people, I think, actually understand it.
what do you mean? The story was leather
Red pill,
shooting.
take the red pill, idiot. Go get red pilled. Go get red pilled. Right? That's it.
I hate how that's been co-opted.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
unfortunately not aging
and
well.
yeah, going back into biting the meat of some of the story. Quick speed, what did you think of it?
I mean, I did like the twists because at least it added a little more tension. There was a little more like stakes into the story.
Steaks.
Stakes, huh?
Yeah.
Pun intended, I guess. But don't get me wrong, me the whole time was covering my eyes off all the grotesque special effects of like the
Yeah. Meanwhile,
creatures.
with me, it was just like, yo, they did good on
I
this
was trying
anatomy
not to
scene,
Oh
like
yeah,
a
throw up.
me and Luck
dissection.
were absolutely digging the special effects. So Chell watched
I
them
I
with
was
know,
us.
just
right?
like,
We watched these movies in
disgusting.
Discord, guys. You should hang out with us and watch
Join
them there with
us.
us. Yes, it's a lot of fun. Um,
If this is your first time watching the movies, be warned, we will talk over it.
oh, absolutely. Oh yeah, we're gonna pause every couple minutes to
Non-negotiable.
like. Not if you
People lose
complain about it, I'm
connections.
kicking you. I will ban you if you complain about it. This is our house. You follow by our rules. Okay, should we discuss the plot, because I have no problem spoiling the shit out of every aspect of this, because I think you shouldn't. I sort of think this is the first one we've seen that you should not watch.
It's just bad.
Yeah,
I think there's no
It's not
reason to
like
watch this
super
movie.
memorable.
Actually, I can think of two
I feel it
reasons. I can think of two reasons why you might want to watch this movie.
to compare and contrast to the first.
No, one, you're a Del Toro completionist, and two,
Uh,
the idea of a Marvel movie that is basically a horror movie intrigues you.
this was a horror movie?
Hello, Chell.
Like a little, like it's. I don't think either of us found it scary, but it has a lot of gore. It has a lot of cool like
You know what?
effects.
True.
I didn't necessarily find it scary.
Not a
I
lot
just
of
was
gore,
like,
but
I don't want to burn my eyes to this horror. I don't watch horror, so I'm like,
To explain the
I was
gore,
uncomfy.
the gore, maybe we should explain just the barest like sprinkle of the plot at first. There is a spooky new Nosferatu looking vampire called the Reaper. Um,
Crunchy Voldemort, as I put him down.
yeah, those guys they have like weird like flower faces basically. They're they're like lower jaw like splits in half, and then they get like the xenomorph mouth on the inside of that.
Yeah, they got the predator split jaw and the xenomorph stick out.
The vampire elites are like aware of these guys, and they want to hire Blade and these like vampire assassins, this vampire kill squad, in order to take care of these guys.
Yeah,
And
don't
yeah.
forget, they also sent Girl
Yeah.
to help recruit Blade.
Mm. Also,
Yeah, what was her name?
also,
Yeah.
also, Ron Perlman is there. That's why he's in the background with Hellboy himself is one of the characters in this.
How else? Daryl. We forgot to bring up Daryl. How did we go
Oh
this
my
far
God,
without
Walking
mentioning
Dead
It's
Daryl?
Daryl
because
is
his
in it
name's
too.
Scuds in the
His name's
actual show.
Scuds. What? Okay. So you find out that while Whistler was gone, Blade hired Walking
Some
Daryl
random
from The
dude off
Walking Dead.
there.
Daryl Walking Dead.
Yeah.
He hired Daryl Walking Dead.
Louis and I did not refer to him as Stab or whatever his name
His
was.
name's
It was
Scud. His
Daryl.
name's Scud. We
Full
called him
stop.
Daryl. That was Daryl. With the same haircut that Norman Reedus has had since forever. Um, he was hired by Blade in order to be his like new mechanic guy. It's like a young kid, you know. Whistler fucking hates him at first sight. It's a whole like, these two different generation, they don't get along. I clocked immediately that he was gonna betray them. I knew it within 5 seconds, and I was right.
Yeah.
He looks like a weasel.
Yeah, he has that look. Plus,
I,
I don't know. You're just gonna
He's
I
got
introduce
that
kind of thought that
ratty
was
random.
just
look.
how Daryl looks in general.
Yeah, you're gonna
It was
introduce like
just like, yeah,
random.
okay. Yeah.
Like if you're gonna introduce random young mechanic and you're gonna have Whistler come back, it just makes sense. You know, it's just good economy at that, good script economy to have him betray.
Yeah. And like they didn't even utilize him that much either.
No, he made like a flash
Yeah.
grenade because apparently, so these new vampires, right? Not only do they have the weird
It's
freaky
like a little
faces,
inventor.
They were
they're
called like Reapers too.
yeah, the Reapers. They have these weird freaky faces, and they also are like stronger. They feed not only against humans, but mostly seem to be feeding on other vampires, and at a very alarmingly high rate. And maybe even worse than that, they seem to not be immune, or they seem to be immune to a lot of the things that normally kill vampires. So, they try silver, they try the Papa John's garlic sauce rounds, nothing seems to be
They
working.
have like a bone core over their heart.
Yeah,
Those
they
stakes
can't
would
be
work.
staked in the heart, but they are also. I stole the
I
Papa
need a
John's joke.
silver.
I stole the Papa John's joke from Cosmonaut Variety Hour. Full disclosure, I stole it from him. It was very funny.
Oh, so
Um,
that's where that came from.
yeah. Um, and they like, but they are very susceptible to sunlight to the point where there's even like a cool like light effect. They don't just like disintegrate slowly. It's like very like fast, like flashbang blue light, everything. I'm sure there was like a symbolism intended there with Del Toro knowing him, with the way it was directed. It mostly looked cool.
It did. I kind of just took it as like, oh yeah, neat effect. I didn't really think too much into it.
Mhm. But of course, knowing Del Toro, knowing his general sympathy for monsters, you know that there's some kind of twist coming, and you know that you start to figure out quickly that the vampire squad, while the girl one, she does seem to have a story. Like you figure out quickly that she's like the daughter of the like current like head vampire elite guy, another creepy Nosferatu motherfucker who is not related, but actually is related to the other creepy Nosferatu motherfuckers, but that's a spoiler.
We'll get
Um,
into that when we do.
yeah. That's her dad, and she has a personality, but an actress that is so horrible that like it's just
She
not really
tried
support.
her. I was gonna say she tried her best, but she tried.
She tried someone's best. It was bad. It was pretty bad.
She
And
tried my best.
yeah.
He
Um
wasn't really a memorable character. And even though she was put in the main,
Roster.
No, even now I'm
yeah,
like
main
struggling
roster,
to remember what she sounded like. Ron Perlman was
I
pretty
was
much
just
the only one that stood
bland.
out. Ron Perlman and Daryl.
That's because we recognize Daryl. I feel like we probably wouldn't have paid too much attention to him until the betrayal scene. Ron Perlman, he was basically built up in multiple ways. He had some one-on-one scenes with Blade, and like, of course, we remember Blade.
They're like a heavy rivalry, and you start to learn more and more that it's not just a rivalry, that he's just a giant massive prick. Cause he
Yeah,
like
just jerk.
yeah him and this one other guy like hate Whistler. They like beat the shit out of the old guy like when no one's looking, and it's pretty brutal.
Hmm.
Daryl you're inclined to like for a bit because he's like the kid, he's young, he watches a lot of Powerpuff Girls for some reason. There's a lot of these little humanizing moments about him,
Oh, yeah.
but of course he's destined to betray them too. So you kind of end up with the movie
Yeah,
with like
well,
not that much to grasp onto. Is the funny like that's kind of its biggest problem.
yeah, while we're on the topic of humanizing, may I go into a small diatribe that goes a little through the movie?
Yeah, go for it.
Hmm.
All right, so there seems to have been a small push to humanize the vampires, where they seem to, comparing to the last movie, actually have a sense of empathy for at least each other, at the
Yeah,
very least. Not exactly for humans. Heck, they even try to pull, we're not so different, you and I,
they say almost
type of
those exact
thing.
words.
Yeah, basically. But yeah, like there was a scene where one was going to put down another before things got bad, and it was like, oh no, there was a slight moment of hesitation you can see. And like, okay, they're trying to humanize them. I see what you're doing. Yeah. So they did try that, but like I don't think that was the call for this movie. That's just a personal for me. Maybe some people liked the humanizing. I just don't think for the Blade universe it works
Yeah,
due to how the story structure's built to be.
it's not
Or
even
that
a
could just be
little in line with what you get from movie one. It's like so completely out of left field, but it is very much what Del Toro does. It's what he writes.
He wanted to make Frankenstein.
Yeah, and you really get to see that at the end. Quickly.
which I feel like that maybe was the crux of like why the movie felt like a tug of war at times, where it was like, as you said, someone probably came in and told them no, it needs to be like this movie, but he's like, but I want to do this on the emotional side, and so it
Like I can
it
respect
there's
the vision, but
whiplash
like
between
it ain't for
both.
this universe.
I would have loved to
No.
see his Blade 1, but giving him Blade 2, like he's like a director with like a vision and like artistic like merit and intent. He was not the right person to put on the sequel to the Blade movie, which was already pretty mediocre on its own.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, quickly, sorry, I think I kind of cut you off there. Would you
Go
care
off.
to reiterate what you were saying? Yeah, go off.
Oh, I was just saying, like, I kind of felt like throughout the movie there was this tug of war between, like, I could see that they wanted to add, like, that emotional depth to this movie. And because of what Blade 1 was like, and probably being told, like, hey, you need to, like, at least keep in line with the aesthetic and grit of Blade 1, it kind of is an oxymoron in this movie.
Yeah, I see what
More or
you're saying.
less.
Like I said, humanizing vampires works in certain stories in certain worlds, not in the Blade world.
Well, and considering a lot of the other characters that we get in this movie are kind of assholes, it just makes the audience as a viewer not really like them, so it doesn't help with that either.
You're left with nothing by the end because the few
Yeah,
characters that
there's
are
nothing
kind of
relatable.
nice end up betraying them, or you find out something else about them that changes your view. And so all you're left with is Blade, and you can already tell that Del
Again.
Toro is anxious about how like unsympathetic Blade generally comes off of. He's not someone that likes Mary Sue's very much, and so he does not have much confidence in Blade. It's why he brought back Whistler.
So Whistler is arguably best character here.
One second. Get out.
No, the Powerpuff Girls was the best character. Not the guy who liked them, just the Powerpuff Girls.
Stop.
Powerpuff Girl cameo.
Okay, there. To the couch with you. Go.
But
Kitty.
Yeah, unfortunate to say, I think this movie was middling at best and rather confused.
Can I explain the one part of it that I think conceptually was actually pretty cool, but kind of like maybe didn't work out in execution because of everything else?
Yes, go
It
off.
was basically everything surrounding the villain. I thought it was like cool conceptually, but you know, and once you get to the end and you're faced with all of it, you're like, it's kind of just a big shrug of a story at the end. Right, so the villain, right? You have this Reaper guy. You find out that he was like not just that he didn't just pop up randomly as what's kind of implied by the vampire elites, but that the Reaper virus was engineered specifically to be like an evolution in vampires, and that it was engineered specifically by the Nosferatu looking motherfucker who used it on his own son. So the head vampire, so like main Reaper villain, who you've been getting like little threads of him trying to talk to Blade and trying to get Blade to like sympathize with him or see things his way. You find out that like, yes, a lot of what he wants is just to go over and kill his dad, very justifiably, and
Mm.
that he's basically a victim a la Frankenstein in most ways. And you know, this is where you get all of the, you know, all of the like Del Toro loves monsters stuff with this guy, and a lot of it you can definitely see how it's like, oh, this is interesting, this is something new. You kind of get this villain who is tragic in his own way, which was definitely not what we got with the last Blade movie, and so it becomes something unique with a pulse, and then it kind of like shoots itself in the dick at the end where like the final confrontation goes on for like way too long. The final
Yeah,
fight is
way too
we
long.
we like really felt it after. We were like, oh, this went on for like a good
It,
5 minutes longer than it needed to be.
yeah.
And then by
We
the
had to
end
reach
though,
that quota time.
and you of course still know that it has to end with him dying at the end, with Blade giving him what more or less amounts to a mercy killing, because and the more you find out about the Reapers, the more you find out that these guys are just like living in absolute agony, and they definitely have expiration dates on them.
Well,
um
because the whole like gimmick of them was the fact that they had to overeat so quickly
yeah,
because their metabolism was too fast, so
which
they
is why it
just
was
would die
spreading,
off.
why it was spreading so
Yeah.
fast too. um and so yeah, all he wants to do is just kill his dad and also his sister a little bit, though his sister more gives herself up because she's like, yeah, that was fucked up, dad, we shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
um and yeah, you're kind of just left at the end like, okay, you took the wind out of the sails with that last fight being way too long, and you've still kind of left us at the end there with no real characters to connect to whatsoever, because there's no real I feel like a better movie would have tried to connect Blade directly to that conflict, or try and connect him directly to this antagonist, but instead you just feel like Del Toro would just rather be making a movie about that antagonist, which is why he later made Frankenstein.
He got his wish eventually.
Yeah, you just kind of, I don't know, you just kind of, they're there, like Quixby said, feeling like it's two movies warring with each other, and like the director just really at the end never got to do quite what he wanted to.
Yeah.
So yeah, this becomes a movie where it's like, it's mostly pointless to watch. It's definitely absolutely I have a feeling it'll be even skippable even in context of Blade Trinity, which I hear is like delicious garbage.
I mean, if you want to see some cool, effects, and the autonomy scene was really good.
Want to see some cool
So,
effects? Go watch some better movies.
well, that too. But I'm just saying.
Go watch
Go watch Project
Hellboy.
Hail Mary.
Go watch Hellboy. Go watch Hellboy. I beg of you. I beg of you, go watch Hellboy. It's so good. This is really quite bad. Like all of the stuff in here, or like, yeah, go watch the new Frankenstein movie. That movie's like amazing. It's like kind of perfect, I think. I need to watch it a second time, but the movie's kind of perfect, and it's definitely like just that's definitely just a story that Del Toro wishes he was making. That's the one you wish you think he wishes he was making when you see this. I don't know. We've only been going on for like 30 minutes, but I already feel like we're done.
I
What else
kind
is
of
there
had
to
a
talk
things to
about?
say.
What else is there to talk about?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Fucking damn! I kind of wish we saw Hellboy now,
Right?
just
Because
so we would
then
have
we'd
more
just be
to
reviewing
say.
Hellboy, and that would probably be a really good time, actually.
Which I mean, I will say this: you were right about us not watching it because with only 30 minutes of things to say about this,
The
you
other freaking hour would have been just bashing and comparing.
And I don't feel the need for us to go plot point by plot point here. I don't think that
the
needs to
plot.
be out in the world.
Yeah, I mean,
Okay, well,
the
did
plot was
anyone
more
have any?
hefty than the previous movie, but it wasn't good
Mm.
per se.
I have a feeling. Listen, I'm pretty sure the next movie we're watching is Spider-Man. That discussion could easily take an hour. So I would
I'm
say
also going to do my best to hold my
yeah,
tongue when it comes to just reciting some of the memes.
good. Well, that's more Spider-Man 2. Spider-Man 2 has all the memes.
Oh yeah, true. That's what the symbiote comes in, right?
That's Spider-Man 3.
Yeah, my brain really does just merge everything together.
Nah, it's just gonna be Mobius.
It's
Morbius,
Morbin
whatever.
time.
More Morbin time.
It's
Yeah,
Morbin
yeah.
time.
Yeah. But yes,
Yeah, no.
no,
So on the topic of
with the
Morbius, okay.
Spider-Man trilogy, basically, the first one is the first one. The second one is what everyone considers to be like the best Spider-Man movie, more or less. And then the third one is the one with the symbiote that everyone kind of hates.
We still have to put Blade 2 on the tier list, though.
Bottom,
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Bottom.
right?
I
Right.
think it's the worst that we've seen.
Wait, does it go above or below Captain America 1990? The
Mm.
official release, does it go above or below? I think above,
I kind of,
actually. It feel like at
I
least
think
it
it's
feels
the
like a
effects
movie.
that carry.
It feels like a
Yeah,
movie.
I mean, it still feels like a movie. The other one was so off tilt. I'll put it above Captain,
Yeah.
the
Also, I have
not director's cut.
I have no quotes. I have no quotes.
Those quotes.
Yeah.
Hold on, I got this.
Because
It's ore form time.
Aura farm time. And he started
Wait,
aura
okay,
farming all
but
over
the
the
but the
place.
aura farming moment where he grabs his glasses was pretty funny.
That was so funny.
Oh yeah, that was a great scene. That was my favorite scene.
I feel like all the actual memorable moments were not like quotes, right? So we're writing down some funny quotes if we can find them, but yeah, I don't I like literally think we're done. And I think we're mostly done because I actually really like the idea of us going forward and just watching like Hellboy right now. It's fine if this is a short one. That's
But
like
like,
perfectly fine.
it's like we need to bleach our eyes with something better.
I don't I feel no need to stretch these out. I feel no need to. We're supposed to be doing these like
Okay,
We
every
that's.
week
said
almost.
everything we wanted to say.
Don't watch
That's
this.
about it.
I
Don't
mean, it's
watch.
your
Yeah.
stream, your call.
Yeah, like unless someone else, because I have like a whole list of notes and I'm like I don't see the point in hashing all those out. So I'm like let's go watch like a good movie and then next week we can also, well, not next week, right? Because me and Luck, oh hey, fun thing, I'm gonna be me and Luck are gonna be over at SAC Anime this weekend actually. So
Talk by locations.
I was gonna do a post about it anyway. They're not gonna recognize you. Who gives a shit? Um, Mine is the face that's out there. If you recognize me and
Mine's a
see
face
me,
that's not.
if you recognize me and see me, say hi. I will say hi back. We will have a fun time. Otherwise, we're just gonna have a fun time this weekend, which means we're not doing any Marvel Mondays. Because that'll probably be the day we're like headed back. Um, so
They will return in due time.
they'll return after. We'll return the week after. Also, probably the week after with our Percy Jackson book final one in the Heroes of Olympus series, Blood of Olympus, which is I'm like a third of the way through right now. It's coming out to be a very good book. We got things. This is just our short little return. I moved last week. I was pretty beat, so we're getting back into the swing of things. Trying to work on making a new video. Gonna maybe put up a poll for that one. We'll see. Let's just end it off today. I'm rambling. Let's go.
Honestly, do I even have the carrot? Nah, screw it. I'm still tweeting my outro. I was gonna joke saying I don't care enough.
Do the thing.
Well then, Lurkers Chatters here for a little, here for a while. I thank you all the same. This is Luck bowing off. And remember, everyone, lucky days.
And 3, 2, 1.
Good night.
Oh my god, Shell mentioned the blood cocaine.
Oh fuck, I forgot about the blood cocaine. Alright, we have one more thing
Oh
to
fuck, blood
say.
cocaine.
Thank you, Seychelles.
Thank you, blood cocaine. Thank you, blood cocaine.
No, but we forgot all about all the drugs
the blood
in this movie.
cocaine. Oh shit. Okay, no, let's
The
actually
funny thing is, it absolutely played zero role in the plot. It kind of was just a thing that
the
happened.
was
blood
there.
jello. I liked that. I mentioned the blood jello.
Oh,
I pointed
yeah.
the blood jello. That was cool. That was inventive.
And also what feeding brothels essentially is what they were.
That was already a Buffy the Vampire Slayer thing. The suck house, as they called it.
Yeah.
Anyway, see you at the suck house, everyone. Good night.
Wait, quick speed outro.